Hey, Bams, and welcome to week 12. This is the final week. Yay! It's not yay. I know I said this before, but I'm sorry, day 78. Okay, but I'm not saying yay because like this is the last week and it's like adios, you know what I mean? It's nice knowing you. But it's just because I did it. Like I committed myself for 3 months of recording this daily to give you, updates in real time of how this thing works. And so that's what I'm excited about. I do plan to make more videos, not like in this journey will conclude on Saturday, but that I will make more videos that you could just watch in your leisure about, just different things. Because this is a lifestyle. My brand is a lifestyle brand. And so my channel is also going to reflect that as well. So today started off real crazy because I was having a lot of technical difficulties and I'm not a tech girly like that. So it took my morning up. So it took me a minute to even be able to post week 11 video, but it is up and I hope that you enjoy watching that and make sure you leave a comment. As always, I love to hear from you. But now I'm about to get ready to go for my walk. And so what I want to leave for you on today is that it's important, especially now we're going into the summer, wherever you are in the world, whatever your season is in the world, that it's important to stay focused. It's important to make sure that you get some time in for yourself. Make sure that you do the things that you want to do. Make sure exercising can get boring. I will say this, exercising can get boring, but then you just like play around with it sometimes. So as you know, today is Monday, so you know what Monday is for me, right? I go line dancing, and so it gets me more steps in. Plus, I like the community feel, and it's fun for me. But again, the key thing is still exercising. I'm still getting my steps outside of the walking. So make sure that you incorporate those fun things into your schedule to so that it won't get like so mundane, and then you'd be like, because I even know sometimes too, like for this week, I'm probably going to tweak my eating a little bit because I did when I was out yesterday. I did eat while I was out, and I had some things that probably should not have been in the menu, but it is okay. Like it is okay. I tell you all the time, like I'm not one of those ones that is like very strict about eating. It's just balancing it out, and because I know for the entire week that I was under my calories for each day, that yesterday was not going to have so much of a significant impact that it was going to like take me back. So I will have to let the salt and the sugar to get out of my system. But it is what it is. I understand all of that. So again, going forward for yourself, you will understand all of that too. And that will also help you to balance out. And then you don't have to feel like you have to like cut yourself off from everything and everybody because you're on a different lifestyle regimen. Of course, some people, if they're just no longer for you, or, it's not, look, there's different seasons. And some people are only here for a certain season and then you move on. So, but if that's not the case, then, you don't have to feel like, oh, I can't do this or I don't want to do this because I don't want to mess myself up. So learning how to balance all of that stuff out, I just want to make sure that you completely understand that balancing, balance as best as you can. Balance does not mean it's always going to be like this. Okay. Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes it's, it could go like that. And, every now and then it may end up like that. But at the end of the day, that's how it should be. And when I say the end of the day, I'm not saying like literally that day, but I'm just saying when it's all said and done, it all should be able to balance itself out. So some days it will be up and down. Okay. So that's all I want to leave for you today. Cause your girl, like it's like noon here and I need to go take this walk and then I still have other stuff to do. So I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, Bams, and welcome to day 79. Today's a little gloomy out, but I am getting ready to go ahead and do my walk because Tuesdays is just a very busy day for me. So with that being said, I figured this week, it's just whatever. I want to do kind of like some recaps of some things because I know I talked about this early on in the journey. And so I just want to make sure as we wrap up this part of the challenge, but the journey still continues, that I do a little recap of some of the things that I discussed in reference to different things that I use that will also help and aid in your weight loss journey. So first things first, I do not go to the gym. I cancel my gym membership. I simply walk. Like, and the other things I do outside of walking is I like to dance. So that consists of, just regular everyday dancing, but mainly line dancing and getting into ballroom dancing and stuff like that. So to help, because, doing the same thing over and over and over again, it can get boring. And sometimes it's just like, the momentum is not there. And, even though we know it's good for our bodies and yada, yada, boom, like sometimes that's just not enough to just keep it going. So that's why I try to do other things that I enjoy that also allows me to get my steps in. So that way I can switch it up a little bit. Now, the other things, I am pro supplements. I told you that all the time. I was taking 8, 9 different pills, and now I condensed it down to one, which is my Metabolism Balance, that I also offer. I also like to take protein shakes. So right now, the two main companies that I use were Quest. And, I like the Quest bars, and I tried out some other stuff of theirs, as well as Premier Protein. I like their protein shakes as well, but definitely try different stuff out, see what you like, and, go from there. Another thing, the tools that I use. So I have a treadmill at home. It's also, I will make sure I try to put the links down here at the bottom because it's in my Amazon store. So I have it's like a walking pad treadmill. It's small like a walking pad, but it has the power of a treadmill because the speed goes up to like 8.6 or something like that. So it is considered to be a treadmill with that high speed. So I have that. I also have a foot pedal because when I first started out, I could not, my knee was hurting so bad, so I didn't want to jeopardize putting any more strain on there. So my first 10 pounds that I lost, I did that from pedaling with my hands. So that is also linked in my Amazon store, and you could definitely get it from wherever, you choose. If you find a good deal that's better than what I have, then by all means, get it, girl. Get it. Okay. What else? What else? I think that's pretty much it. And of course, as I go on, I always share little foods, different things that I try. I think the last video that I shared about that, so you can go back to either that's week 11 or week 10, where I talk about like the monk fruit as far as reference for sugar, agave, for syrup, and like just little different things that I will be also making other videos outside of this that I will be posting about those type of things. So don't worry, I will be doing that as well as other things. But this week I just wanted to make sure I just do a little refresher, so that way, as we close of this, that you will still have some stuff that you can go on to, and you could always revisit these videos. Definitely leave me a comment. Let me know how things are going on your journey. I definitely look forward to hearing from you, but that's all I have for you today, and I will see you tomorrow. Hey, Bams, and welcome to day 80. Today, I would like to leave with you that remember to balance out your meals. As I tell you, I don't eat super clean. I eat clean-ish. I do like to have my regular foods that I enjoy, but I don't eat them on a consistent basis. And so what I try to do is substitute with other things. Also keep in mind to keep a tracker. Make sure you track your foods, track what you're taking, what your intake is. Remember, I told you like your body's like an analytics. So you want to review what you've been doing from day to day. You may not want to jump on the scale every single day. Depending on what your goals is, it may not be necessary. However, do check in with your body. Do check in and make sure everything is what it needs to be. And that way it's not a shocker, when you go to the doctors and you have to get blood work and stuff of that nature. And then they say, oh, your blood pressure is high, diabetes, all of these things. If you regulate and keep track of what you're doing, what you're eating, when you'll be able to go to the doctors, you'll be able to tell them what is going on. and it can be accurate, and then they can give you an accurate diagnosis. So that's what I want to leave for you today, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hey Bams, and welcome to day 81. Today I was really thinking heavily about mental health and how we all need a safe space to be able to just talk to someone about what we have going on. This is extremely important even in our journeys, because our mental dictates what the rest of our body does. And so we want to make sure that we are nurturing our mental health, make sure we have a safe space to where we will be able to share openly, like authentically, just express what it is that we have going on in our lives. Sometimes that has to be through a paid service. And if you are blessed enough to have a friend, a confidant that you can confide in, to be able to talk your stuff through, definitely that is a plus. You know, all of our friends are not necessarily the safe place to be able to share, you know, those type of intimate things with. And I'm not saying it to be a bad thing. It's just a thing. Like, you know, some people, some of our friends are trying to make it just like we are. So knowing what type of friendships you have with your friends and understanding that, it will help you also to be able to maneuver and not always feel like I don't have anybody. Because our friends, all of them, some of them, like I have a couple that I could literally talk to about any and everything. And then there's some that I will, you know, only share certain stuff with, because I don't feel as though they will be able to handle it, even though they may think that they could. But, you know, some people just haven't had, you know, the type of experiences that we have had. So they may not just fully understand, even though they really try and give it their all. So it is what it is. But, you know, when understanding that and learning that will also help you to be able to maneuver through that. So I want to make sure what I leave for you today is make sure you constantly check in with yourself, and having at least one good person that you can be able to talk to when we all have those moments. We all need to be able to woosah and vent and to be able to get it out how we want to. So if you are a cusser, then being able to use all the words, anything that you need to say. If you are a person that like to, I know they had like these events. I never been to one, but I always said I wanted to, where you can go and just throw stuff. And you know what I mean? It's just like to be able to work out your frustrations and all of that without harming anyone else. You literally can go here and bank on stuff and throw stuff. That may be a good idea. It's something you might want to look into too. Maybe going to a park if you know there's no really people there, and then just yelling and screaming and just, again, getting it out, like removing that energy out of your body. So that's what I want to leave for you today. And I will see you tomorrow. Hey Bams, and welcome to day 82. I had to do this message now, and the wind is blowing. It's actually beautiful out here today, but the wind is blowing, but I needed to do this now. So what I want to leave for you today is this. Life is a journey, and in this journey there's going to be things that are super clear to you, and there's going to be things that are super foggy. In the midst of it all, we still have to embrace it and walk through. What I mean by that is this. This year, I feel like it started, you know, some years back, but this year in particularly, I've realized that even if people don't understand where I'm coming from, if they're not quite picking up what I'm putting down, am I still going to stand 10 toes down on what it is that I believe? See, a lot of times we can get misunderstood. The way that we explain stuff might go over someone's head, and it could be someone, remember, like I was saying, one of those days we talk about safe spaces. Sometimes those safe spaces are safe spaces for a period of time in your life, and then you may have to move on. And not say if there's a friend of yours that you change friendships or whatever. It's just that they no longer can. It's like you now you have to go to the next level, and it's not to say it's just beyond their reach at that moment. And so when you're in those foggy moments, knowing whatever it is that you believe in, standing on that, standing firmly on that until you get to your next destination. That destination could be in a person. That destination could be a download from God. Like whatever it is, standing firm on that, because that is what builds up your stamina within yourself. It helps to bring you mental clarity for yourself. It helps you gives you more confidence within yourself, and then it allows you to show up boldly for yourself. So I want to leave that with you today, because like I said, yes, this is a health and wellness journey, but it's all starts in the mind, and we all don't think alike. We all don't operate the same way. We can definitely get to the same place going about it a different way, and that is totally okay. Learning how to maneuver through that and understand that everybody doesn't think like you. Everybody does not think like me, but it does not mean that we are not going in the same direction. Do you get what I'm saying? So know that sometimes you will be misunderstood, some of us more than others, but standing firmly on what it is that you believe, because that is your foundation, that is your root. Okay, so that's all I want to leave for you today, and I will see. I actually have a track meet tomorrow, but we'll see how we can figure it all in. But I'll still see you tomorrow, some way, somehow. All right, make it a good one. Hey, Bams, and welcome to day 83. Your girl is a little like Lou right now because I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. Been home from the track meet for about an hour, but it rained the whole entire time and it was cold. So, rainy, cold, being outside, we were under a tent, but it was still rainy and it was still cold. But nonetheless, what I want to leave for you today is to simply live. Live while you are on your journey. Don't take things so super seriously, because I do a lot and it really robs me of my joy sometimes. So I have to remind myself on a consistent basis that, like, to be easy on myself, and it will help me to be easy on others. And just like, it helps lighten the load too when we lighten up our aura, you know what I mean? And so that is definitely something that I'm working on. The girl has not mastered that, okay? But I am working on it, and I am learning to live through the process, live through the journey. So that's what I want to leave for you today, is to live on this journey, have fun on this journey. Don't take everything so seriously on this journey. Some things are definitely serious and handle, and some things that you could literally just let go, loose it, just let it go. So that's really all that I want to leave for you today, because your girl is tired. But I'll be back tomorrow to wrap everything up for this journey. And I just want to say again, a massive thank you for being on this journey with me for all 12 weeks. I so appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you in other videos. And I hope you look forward to seeing me. So with that being said, I will see you tomorrow. Hey Vams, welcome to day 84, the final day of my personal 3-month walking challenge. Oh man, would you believe today I was like, my brain, that's why I said it's such a mind thing, because I was like, you know what, girl, you are tired. Now I got some rest. I didn't do anything crazy after the track meet yesterday, and so I rested. I was looking up some information, for my business, and just to, in preparation, and then I fell asleep. And so when I woke up this morning, because I'm so used to getting up early and doing my walks, it's like routine, right? And so, but I was like still a little tired. I said, oh, I'll wait a little bit, which is not a problem. But the problem came into play when I was like, well, I mean, it's the last day. You definitely did it. You could do it home, or, when you're walking around, you can do this and do that. Like you did it, girl. You did it. I'm like, yeah, I did. And so we're going to finish this last day off strong. I'm still going to be walking after today. It's just I won't be doing the daily videos like how I've been doing it. But I'm like, it's still going to continue. So, but this is what I'm saying, how the mind will play tricks on you. Now, mind you, just because I've been doing this for the last 3 months, that one little trick to try to make me say, oh, just go ahead and rest for the day, girl. You did it. They be okay. No. So I guess what I want to leave for you as we finish off this part of the journey and continue on into our next phases, whatever that might be, is know when your mind is trying to play tricks on you, and know that you have the power to overcome that. You don't, now sometimes, let's be honest, like sometimes we might just go ahead and give on into them and be like, child, you right. But I will hope that you will, fight and say, no, I'm going to do this. Because that's really what it's all about. The discipline is a mindset. It really is a mindset. And the body will try to do less resistance. It's always going to go for less resistance. So if resting, it will make you feel like you've done so much, girl, you need to rest. And we do. But however, this walking, it is not going to kill us. It is going to make us stronger. And even with me being out here right now and just walking, like I'm like, girl, I'm so glad I got up and did it now, because it is supposed to rain. It's cloudy out here, as you can see. The clouds is clouding, but nonetheless, it's just so rejuvenating to know, like, girl, you got up, you got out here, and you feel good about it. Nobody can take that from you. Nobody cannot take that from you. So as you continue on in your journey in life, remember to live through it all. Take the lessons, learn the lessons, apply them to your life. This is all to help better us to grow as people. So take all of this in, like just take it all in. Count it all joy. Like this is not the end. I was listening to a sermon this morning on YouTube, and basically, we put time restraints on stuff because that's how it keeps us together. Like you work a 9 to 5. We make these goals. We have deadlines and all of that stuff. But God doesn't. God's like, that is so cute that y'all doing that. That is so cute because it keeps us disciplined, right? But just don't be mad. Just be engaged to it. Don't be married to it. Because I'm learning that for myself too. It's like, dang, I just been waiting and I've been waiting and I've been waiting. And it's like, girl, you still gotta wait. And you gotta be okay with that. You know what I mean? Like I'm smiling now, but it is not always a smile, child. It is not always a smile. And so I'm like, okay, cool. It is what it is. But live through these moments, friends. Live through them. Allow yourself to have joy. Yes, we're gonna have times where we have to cry it out. Cry, wipe your face, get yourself back up and get on out there, because you deserve it and you are worth it. So once again, I thank you so much for being with me on this journey. I appreciate you all. Oh my gosh, I appreciate you all. You do me a good favor, and you could even drop in the comments as you see these videos. And now if you've been here from week 1 up to week 12, give me some highlights. Let me know, like, what was some of your takeaways from all this information, because it's not just about me. Yes, I was sharing my journey with you, but I also was hoping that it would encourage you to maybe even start your own journey as well, that we could follow. And also as a record to yourself, because more importantly, when you look back and be like, wow, I remember this and I remember that, you have documentation. I'm a receipts girl. I love me a good receipt to say, I remember this. And it's like, wow, look where I came from. But you did it. And so, yeah, let me know in the comments, what was some of your takeaways? What you plan on doing? All that good stuff. And I will still see you, I'm sure, on these internet streets, out and about, doing your thing. I'll be rooting for you, just like you rooted for me. So I appreciate you, and I will see you in the journey ahead. We'll talk soon. Thank you for watching, and please like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button.